Everyone, this is Shonik from Server 196 in Wars Alliance. I was talking to some people in our alliance, and I wanted to make a quick video about kind of troop makeup or whatever. So you can see, like, my march. My main march is Blood Rose. My secondary march is Wings of Dawn, and then Guard of Order. They're the they're the lowest on the totem pole. And then I do have the fourth march open, and I just fill it with whatever is highest at the time that's left over. Now, um, if you're dealing with certain heroes, you really just have to read what they have on them. So, like, Oli has this right here, the troop capacity increased by additional 10% if you have all five Blood Rose with you, right? Now, there are makeups where it will be helpful, like especially early game where you're going to want to mix. You'd like do Olivia, you might have her first, and then, or her, and then, like, you'll basically get all of those heroes before you get your fourth of whatever faction. So it is better at that point to have a march full of all gold or orange heroes. Once you start getting into having your fourth open and unlocked, then you can keep a purple in there so you still get your faction bonuses from the skill. So, anyways, every one of them has the same thing. So, Wings of Dawn has the exact same thing that Olivia has on Scarlet. You see, it's the exact same. And the exact same for Guard of Order on Evelyn. Exact same. So basically, you can pick whatever one you want as your main march, but you're going to want to. A lot of people go obviously with Blood Rose first, and the reason why is because that's what opened up first, and you already poured fragments into these heroes, so it's just natural to keep going with it. There are people that are deciding to go with, you know, Wings of Dawn because of that. Because late game, like when we're all max stars, if you get to that point where your main march is max stars, then obviously you're gonna have a little bit of an issue as a Blood Rose, because if the opponents have Wings of Dawn, they get the um, they get the faction bonus up here. They get basically a counter, so you can see they counter Blood Rose, and then Blood Rose counters them, and it just keeps going. So it's basically like rock paper scissors, like at that point. But if your main march is Blood Rose and you're going against an opponent who decided to invest heavily in Wings of Dawn and they get fully starred out, they're gonna have an advantage, but they also have to have equal-ish power to you at that point. I've been messing around in the arena and, like, people that have Wings of Dawn marches, and I see, like, oh, they have pretty much equal power to me, and I attack them, or maybe they're like a million off or something, and I still win, even though they have the quote unquote advantage from the counter. So I don't know how powerful the counter will become later on. I'm not sure about that, but it is something to be aware of. As far as building your main march, like, you can build it however you want, um, but as you get, it depends on your heroes. So, like, if you have, let's say you have her, her, let's say you have the free ones, right? You didn't buy any of the passes. I mean, you could do that, and it wouldn't, like, it would be pretty powerful march. You wouldn't get any faction bonuses, but it'd still be pretty powerful. And what by faction bonuses, I'm talking about the You can see it in here really quick when I pull up the Explorer. So if you deploy all five, you get the extra 10%. So it's a good bonus, the faction bonus. Um, and it has the counter thing here too again. Anyway, so like there's a lot of theory, and like you can theory craft yourself into figuring out what's the best for you. One of the other really valuable things you could do is come in here and unequip all your heroes, like every single one of them. Might as well do it for all of them. Unequip her. Unequip her. Takes a minute. Um, and you'll always probably miss some. But anyway, you do this, right? It's kind of annoying, but you go through and unequip everybody. And then you can see, like, naturally, without any equipment, who your top people are. So, like, she, without any equipment, Olivia has the most power in my whole team right now. Um, she's second, she's third, she's fourth. So, you see, I have her in my march, right? But these three are more powerful than Vivian, right? So why am I not using her in my march? And the reason why is because of this skill. Like with 5 blood rows, I get an additional 10% troop capacity. And I can show you what that means. Like, it's really easy. You can see here, this is your troop capacity, right? Now look, if I go edit troops and I swap out Vivian for her, I lost like 300 troop capacity, and it substantially decreased my power. You see, this is why you have to play around and you have to like read the skills, and then once you play around enough, you can really change and affect your or change your strategy to be better suited. Better change that back before I forget. But anyway, so yeah, there's no right answer to when people ask me what is the best, what should I be making my main march. It depends on you, what you have available. It depends on how many stars they have. You know, people will play this game for like the first 3 months and not know what they're doing and spend all their fragments on something that's wrong. And if you wake up at that moment and you go, oh, dang, I've been doing it wrong. Okay, that's great. What's your strategy to work toward? You need to figure it out. Like, I kind of did that with Olivia, for example. Like, if I quick equip, or not even Olivia, it was just my equipment. You can see, like, I put a lot more um, power into this. I put a bunch of cores into this equipment, and I was neglecting my other sets for a long time, and I didn't realize how much I was nerfing myself. So now I went through and I'm slowly building up to having the sets become equalized, from the moment that I kind of realized that it wasn't the best thing to do is oops, it wasn't the best thing to do to just um, pick one hero and really make them super strong. You need that first march to be really strong so you can win. The reason why I feel like you should do your first march as a really strong march is because you'll get better rewards for almost everything. I mean, like all the events, Um, you name it. Tyrant, perfect event to prove like you do your rally. It hits really hard. You win more points. Fury Lord, the same thing. Like just the other day, I was able to push my Blood Rose March up to the point where it got this reward here. I hit the 100 million damage mark. I mean, look at those rewards. They're pretty dang good. You should definitely be pushing that because if you spread out your equipment to other marches, then you're not going to get those rewards as fast. You're going to be behind everybody else. Your rankings are going to be lower. And your reward rankings do matter. I mean, I end up in like, I don't know, somewhere in here usually, and I'm getting 6 and 8 recruitment tickets every time. Whereas a lot of other people that that are spreading out might hit this and get two. So like the game has a lot of things in it that reward they reward you for having a really strong march. So you should focus on one strong march, doesn't matter what it is, whatever works for you or whatever works from you from where you're at, and then go from there. um, Season 1 for us is coming to an end. We're on our last hero that just unlocked. It's this girl right here, and so Sakura or whatever. She's the wing, or she's the guard of order, the fourth hero for guard of order for season 1. I believe that we'll get exclusive equipment for the three of them, including her, and her before the season ends. Um, you might want to know, I believe at the end of the season, you'll end up being able to get one of the season 1 exclusives. Um, like you'll be able to choose, I think, one of them for free at the end of the season, from what I've been reading and understanding. So you can figure out if you want to do that. Like for me, it's like I could spend $20 to get her unlocked right now, or I could wait till the end of the season and unlock her for free. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. um, I don't really think I want to spend money. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is, you decide what you want to do. Depends on what you spend. Depends on what you save and everything. I have some other videos of ways to get fragments and stuff, and tricks to get more rewards for different events and stuff like that. If you keep working at it, you log in every day, you do your stuff, you participate in the duel, you technically should be able to just keep seeing growth. Like, I've been seeing exponential growth, it seems like, in my March power, in my base power. Um, you know, I think I get enough fragments about a week if you play it right to maybe increase, I don't know, like 2 parts of a star on a hero. Anyway, that's what you gotta focus on, in my opinion. Um, so keep on playing, keep on chugging, do what's right for you, and if you need help in our alliance, you can reach out to me anytime. I'll try to point you in the right direction with some pictures or something. Anyway, everyone else, have a good one and hope this helps somebody. Peace.